Final report of the commercial year of horror 2018. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew, Ron, Alex, Caleb, Dallas, Seth, Aaron, Kane, Wyatt, Lewis, are dead, but not the cat. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach 2019 soon. With a little luck, this year will go better. This is Ryan, the last survivor of the Four Horsemen, signing off. But we're actually signing on.
That's a good look for you.
Sigourney Weaver? Sure. My first memory of Sigourney Weaver
Careful.
is actually a joke from a Jeff Foxworthy stand-up.
Okay.
Where I don't remember the real specifics, but he's walking out of the movie theater with his wife, and he goes, "That Sigourney Weaver is a sexy woman." And then you're going to be sitting at home later, eating meatloaf with your wife, and you're going to go say, "Honey, this meatloaf's a little dry." "Well, why don't you have Sigourney Weaver make you a meatloaf then?"
Sounds about right.
It's my first memory. My second memory of Sigourney Weaver is Galaxy Quest.
Oh, that's good memories.
Considerably better, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to This Week of Four Horsemen. What is This Week of Four Horsemen?
This Week of Four Horsemen is our weekly show to talk about events, sales, promotions, and other nerdy topics.
Yes, and we have a winner to announce for our caption contest. Oh,
so sad.
Poor Aquaman.
All right, this week's winner is Bob Brighton. I hope I didn't mess up your name. Sure, I can talk to fish, but only now when it's too late do I realize I never really listened.
And we have a couple honorable mentions. This one's from Frank Lafone, and I'm going to try real hard here. I do not give it... right off the bat. I tuna give a carp about the ways of man. You have wounded me, albacore. Herring, mahi mahi now, O bass humans. Do not trout. I will smite thee for the halibut. While I perch on your shores, I shall groper you into marlin friends and marlin foes. I do swear it in my soul.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. And who's our last honorable mention?
Honorable mention, a friend of mine, Tanya Michael. This made a lot of people laugh. Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
Am I supposed to care anymore when Kenny dies?
I don't think so.
No. All right. So we're moving on. We didn't have any new comics today.
It's so sad.
This feels
no
wrong.
Image available. It should be like a 404.
Feels wrong. Ugh. All right. But I do have a staff pick to talk to you guys about if you happen to have an Audible membership.
Ooh.
Audible actually has been doing a series of alien audio dramas based on alien novels.
Rutger Hauer?
Yeah. So
yes, please.
They take a whole aliens novel and they condense it into a 4-hour audio drama with a full cast, special effects, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
They have a free one out. If you're an Audible member, there's a few days left to get Alien Out of the Shadows for free. I listened to the entire thing today. I thought it was great. It takes place 37 years after Alien, where Ripley and Jonesy dock with the spaceship Marion, which is currently in its own alien crisis at the moment. And the thing about this one is you find out very early in the beginning. No, it's not a spoiler. You find out early in the beginning, they wake up Ripley and they're like, "Okay, you have experience with these things. You got to help us."
What do?
Ash downloaded his AI into her ship. And went with her.
That's real bad.
So the entire time they're in this new ship dealing with these aliens, he's incorporated himself into the new ship's main computer, and he has complete control over the ship. So
Holy cow.
So he can come over the speaker and be like, "The alien is on the other side of that bulkhead. Should I open it, Ripley? Should I open it?" He's like, "Kill this person or I'll open the bulk door."
Oh my gosh.
It's so cool. Highly recommend. If you have an Audible subscription, it's free for a couple more days. So
check it out.
Yes, for sure. Moving on to the Four Horsemen versus series, we had a close battle. It was close.
Really?
Bender won, but it was close. You didn't think it'd be close?
No.
Yeah, I
kind of hoped.
Kind of hoped. I mean, I didn't think it would be close. I didn't think a lot of people. I know we're a comic book store. There are definitely people who've read the Neil Gaiman works, but I wouldn't consider it to be like
real
well known.
Yeah.
So I thought Bender might win here just because he is from
the popular vote.
Yeah, and I think that is why he won.
Oh, probably.
But also, what we said last week. I mean, he's a robot. He doesn't dream. I mean, who won our comic contest?
Joseph, you want to read that one?
Companion.
Yeah. No, I mean what he said.
0110111001110011101.
Honorable mention goes to a lovely and talented Mr. Seth Davis, and he says, "But Bender is 40% dream, though." It's not wrong.
I'm 40% dream. This week we have Spyro versus the lovely and talented X-23.
Oh.
She keeps fighting dragons.
Yeah.
You remember who she fought last time?
Nicol Bolas?
No, Jabberwocky.
Oh, yeah.
Nicol Bolas is still... Nicol Bolas and Ugin are both still in the fight.
Oh, okay.
So maybe if she beats Spyro, she'll have to fight Nicol Bolas. Yeah.
That would be good.
How many dragons can X-23 slay? Let's find out. Go X-23.
She's going to slay this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Spyro fan here, but, I mean, he's just...
No.
His superpower is that I don't stop playing the game.
Yeah.
He sets things on fire, he headbutts stuff, but he's just a small dragon.
Yeah, he's not going to make it.
His superpower is attention.
We mispronounced it. It's actually Lord Bolas, according to Ira.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. We're moving on to events, where we have a calendar image.
We got a thing.
Yeah, these are all the events we have going on this week at Four Horsemen Comics. Please stay tuned. There may be some more announcements coming in the way of Magic the Gathering, so don't write us off yet. But we do want to talk to you about a little pre-release that we have.
This is a thing coming up.
Mm-hmm.
January 18th and 19th. It is the which one is this?
Ravnica Allegiance.
Spell that in the big letters right there. Yeah.
Oh, mm-hmm.
They're even blue.
Yeah. Is that my color? Ravnica Legion pre-release is coming up 2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
2 weeks. About 2 weeks.
18 days. So
Oh, yeah.
that would be
It
a
is the
little
first.
over 2 weeks.
It is.
Or a fortnight, as we like to say. That means something
Nobody says
different
that.
now. No, they say fortnight a lot now, but it means something different.
Yeah, that's
completely different.
I would
There's
not
like
say
a
fortnight.
purple llama, and I don't know.
that's
It's
how it
new and
works.
confuses me. But come to the Ravnica pre-release.
We do have sign ups, so if you are interested, we strongly recommend everybody come sign up.
You can sign up for the Midnight Now, right?
Yep.
There's a sign-up sheet
Signs
down
are
on
up.
the counter. We're gonna have more details coming up on the promotions and such. But I would get your name on a list.
Pick your guild.
Pick them.
Pick 'em.
What's your guild?
My guild?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rakdos.
Yes.
They are. Their flavor is they are circus performers. But
You're making this up.
no, they're circus performers.
Okay.
Look at some Rakdos cards. That's their thing.
Huh.
They're also like crazy.
They like the flying
And they like
Graysons.
stab people. No, they are not like the Flying Graysons. They're more like the Joker if he was a circus
Oh.
performer.
I like
Oh,
that.
so
Yeah.
clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we also have the HeroClix Winter Open that's coming up in March this year. I believe it's the first Saturday in March.
Yep.
We'll have more details on that coming up. But we also want to tell you about the Horsies. We have just a little bit longer in the nomination process. We have a link that you can follow on all of our social media pages to nominate your favorites in games, TV shows, movies, and comics from the year of 2018. And then after this, we're going to stop talking about 2018 forever. You can nominate those. You get a password at the end of the survey that gets you 20% off your next purchase here in the store. RRA regular restrictions do apply. But we got to keep going because we have more important things to talk about.
Yes.
340 days till episode 9, my friend. 340 days.
I can't wait.
My body is ready.
Is there truth to the rumor that Lando will be in episode 9?
It's not a rumor. He's
That
he's
is a
in
thing?
it.
Okay. He's so dead.
I don't expect him. Somebody gets to live. Why can't somebody live?
Lando gonna die.
I'm expecting like a scene, 2 scenes, like a small role. I saw him at Steel City Con, Billy D. Williams, 4 years ago, 5, and he looked so bad.
Really?
He looked awful. Like I was ready for him to just keel over there on the stage.
Caleb met him and could not talk. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
I
He's
don't
like,
think
"Ah,
I'd be
da,
able
da."
to. I don't. Just thinking
Billy.
about it, I have
Oh,
trouble
Billy.
talking.
Poor Billy D. You know he's watching tonight. Hi, Billy. Happy New Year, buddy. Colt 45.
So
That's all I know.
quick on the air edit, Alex. We're gonna skip this week in movies because I realize we're talking about almost all of those movies in our top 10. So just a real quick.
Yeah.
We're not going to do this week in movies, but like I said last week, I said I would go see Holmes and Watson.
Did you?
I did.
And
0% was harsh.
I can't imagine it was that harsh.
5%. Be more accurate.
That'd be fair.
Yeah. So here's what I want to say real quick. Ralph Fiennes, who played Lord Voldemort,
Yeah.
he was Moriarty in this movie. And Hugh Laurie, Dr. House, was Mycroft Holmes. I would like to see those actors reprise those roles in a real Sherlock Holmes movie.
That would actually be pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Like, that was... I laughed, like, twice.
Oh.
And I was
Only twice?
deeply offended as a human being and a Sherlock Holmes fan for the rest of the movie. One critic, I don't normally read critic quotes, but I did read this one, who said that the worst part about it, it's one of those movies where the disappointment comes from knowing that everyone involved could have done better.
Oh, yeah. So did they like shoot this over a weekend or something?
According to Alex, this was a very slapdash movie, but we've already spent way too much time talking about it.
We've given it more than its 5%.
Yeah. So we're going on to our top 10s this week, where we are going over the top 10 movies of 2018. We did this last year for 2017, and Ron and I, we said some bad things to each other. Some bad things. But we're going to start off with number 10. Ron's number 10 is...
What's my number 10?
I don't know. I'm waiting for it to
give you
come
number
up.
10?
Ron's number 10 is Annihilation. Annihilation was...
Natalie Portman.
No, and Oscar Isaacs.
Yeah.
Poe.
Natalie Portman.
Poe Dameron. All right, why do you have Annihilation on this list?
I really liked it, and I liked it sort of for the same reason that I hated, I guess, the director did
that other movie you hate.
Yeah.
Famously, the only movie you hate.
Whatever. Yeah. But yeah,
Ex
it was just as, I guess, thought provoking. I guess I really liked it. It was a good movie.
I thought it was good too, but for me, it was one of those movies that's dragged down by the ending.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you got it. Yeah. The ending was so. Yeah.
Yeah, and not a great
So
ending.
I still don't know what the heck happened.
It kept it off my list.
Yeah. But Mortal Engines, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, so that's what I was doing before here.
Yeah?
I just saw it, and then I had Alex take off my number 10 and add Mortal Engines straight on there. It was really good. Not what I thought it was going to be at all.
Yeah.
At all, but was still really great. Visual delight.
Oh yeah.
That's highly recommend.
That's what I like. Mm-hmm. All right, what do we got number 9?
And Ron's number 9, Bohemian Rhapsody, one of the movies I didn't get to see.
Very, very good movie. I don't know how accurate a portrayal it was, but the music was great. The actor was fantastic. I can't remember what his name is. He's the guy that did iRobot 2, right? I think.
That's Will Smith.
Different robot.
No, he's in Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot. Mr.
The
Robot.
one on,
Yeah.
On USA.
Yeah.
I think it's USA.
Yeah. That's a really good show too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie was really good. Like I said, I don't know how historically accurate it was. I think they took some liberties with it, but I'm a big Queen fan, so that helped.
Oh yeah, Queen's one of my favorites.
Ocean's 8.
Speaking of Queens,
Yes.
Kate Blanchett, Sandra Bullock, freaking Anne Hathaway, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
This stunning cast. It's probably actually my favorite Ocean's movie.
I actually forgot that came out this year, and that was a really good movie.
It was really, really great.
Yeah.
Sometimes heist movies, I enjoy heist movies, but they're typically, sometimes they're kind of forgettable for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one is going to stick with me. I really enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got my girl Sandy B. She always brings it. Okay. Enough of that. And Ron's number 7.
My number 7, Game Night. Did you see Game Night?
No, I did not see Game Night.
It was so... All right, I like
this. Is Holmes and Watson your number 6?
Game Night was actually a lot of fun.
Okay.
And it wasn't... I thought it was predictable, and it absolutely wasn't. And it was... I had a lot of good fun.
All right, well, maybe I should not judge it.
Yep.
Maybe I should go watch it. But I don't know. Like,
it was pretty good. But Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah. It was a ton of fun. You didn't even see it.
I did. Like Holmes and Watson, I laughed maybe a couple times. I didn't think it stood up to the first Ant-Man because I really liked the Ant-Man.
See, last time we talked about Ant-Man, you said you didn't like the first one.
It was better than. I mean, if I'm comparing the two, I liked it a whole lot more than I like this one.
But then the time we talked about this before, you said you loved the first one.
Compared to the Wasp, yes.
I think you get confused.
That's not out of the realm of possibility either.
Okay, well, let's just keep going. I wanted to see Bad Times at the El Royale. That I missed that one.
Yeah, I actually ended up seeing it a couple times.
And you didn't take me?
Yeah, you should have
So
gone.
you how many movies did you miss this year? But you saw this one twice.
I missed a lot of movies this year, and it makes me sad. Well, sometimes, like when I'm traveling, that's what I do is I'll go to movies, and there's some theaters that I find only have like 1 or 2 movies. So that's
What kind
why
of theater only has 1 or 2 movies?
good ones. Just saying. Warner Theater.
The Warner only had 1 or 2.
3 screens.
Well, that would be 3, not 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but one of the screens nobody ever wanted to go to.
Yeah, and it probably didn't work half the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like options.
Yeah. You got Black Panther.
I think Black Panther stands on its own feet. I don't need to tell you why Black Panther is great. I also don't think I'm the person to tell you why Black Panther is great. So we're gonna keep going.
I had Ready Player One.
I didn't even I was so ready to see that movie, and then it just dropped off my radar.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's one of those movies where everybody was talking about it up till the release, and then nobody talked.
Cared. Yeah. Yep.
So it was good.
It was really good, but for somebody like me out of the '80s, it was nothing but an Easter egg movie. The whole thing was just nothing but Easter eggs, and that's one of my criteria.
I bet you Ralph Breaks the Internet had more Easter eggs.
I haven't seen Ralph Breaks.
It
would have made my list.
I guarantee it had more Easter.
Yeah.
It was just one internet joke after another.
Yeah.
And for the record, people, greatest post-credit scene of all time.
You told me that, and I actually went out and got the YouTube of it.
Yep, and
it was
greatest,
really good.
great. And so I stood through those credits with Emma, and of course she's never seen one of those.
Yeah,
and she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "You don't even understand."
What am I watching?
I'll tell you later, Alex. All right, keep going. Deadpool 2.
Yeah, I think Deadpool is hilarious.
That probably would have been my 11 or 12.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I didn't think it was as good as the first one.
It probably wasn't.
I didn't think it would be as good as the first one.
No.
I mean, the first one, shock factor was a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody really knew what the heck.
And then with Deadpool 2, we're expecting it.
Yeah. Yep. I haven't seen yours.
Fantastic Beats.
Beats. I think we're supposed to ignore misspellings.
I think this is going to be one of those movies that you're going to watch at home and you're going to be mad you didn't see it in theaters.
Is it out of theaters already?
Actually, yesterday when I checked movies, Carmack still had it.
Okay.
Nowhere else had it, but Carmack still did.
We're going to have to go see that.
I mean, we can go see it after this.
Yep.
Let's close up. All right, we're done.
Shut it down.
Bye, everybody. Venom.
Actually,
Venom probably would have been my 11.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I like Venom more than Mortal Engines. I don't know. All right, keep it going. Venom was really good.
Venom, it was surprisingly good.
I'm still offended that it's done better than all the X-Men movies.
Yeah. Just on general principle.
Just on principle. No.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I thought it was going to be like a C-.
Yeah.
And it was like an A-.
It was surprising.
Really good, yeah.
Incredibles 2, I haven't seen it. I still haven't seen it.
I think it's one of the best animated films of all time.
Really?
I
think it's out to buy now, right? I could probably
you can buy it. I own it. It's wow. You know how sometimes they sit on a sequel for 10 years and you're like Andy,
this is gonna suck.
Andy, why? And then sometimes it's like, this is everything I wanted and more. That's what Incredibles 2 is.
Huh.
You really need to see it. I mean,
I need to.
Oh man, look at all those superhero movies.
There's a lot of.
Yeah. And
but wait, there's more.
There's more.
Solo. Notice it's not my number one. But it's really close.
We'll reserve to talk about Solo because it might be on my list at either the number 1 or 2 slots.
Oh,
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a milestone in superhero movies.
Did you say Miles Stone?
Yes.
Okay.
That was intentional.
Blaine is not agreeing with a lot of our movies, by the way.
Well, I mean, movies are subjective. Despite what people tell you, movies are subjective.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Don't miss it, people. Go see this movie. This is a milestone. I've said it again for superhero movies. This is a fork in the road where they say, there's a formula for superhero movies. We're going to do something totally different.
And they do.
And it's going to work.
And they threw care to the wind because normally with movies, the studios are like, all right, we've got to do something that people are going to understand, people are going to get.
Not this.
No. Spider-Ham.
Yeah. No. Okay. So
Nobody knows what
so
the heck that is.
I'm going to explain. You haven't seen this yet, right?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are two different Peter Parkers in this.
Oh, yeah.
There's an Amazing Spider-Man Peter Parker and an Ultimate Spider-Man Peter Parker. This is the first movie I've ever seen that made me. I was rewarded for having read comic books. Like, I understand what's going on.
You got all the references.
This is the ultimate continuity, and then all this stuff happens, and now the Peter Parker from the Amazing Spider-Man continuity is here, and it's like, oh my gosh, I understand what's going on because I read comic books.
I know these things.
I know, and like visually.
Oh, visually it was beautiful.
I know.
The animation styles were just incredible.
And DC Comics is like, we're going to have a superhero called Shazam. Who is a middle school student, and it's going to blow your mind.
God,
and Marvel's like, we already did that. His name is Miles Morales.
DC, come on.
Yeah.
Now, little aside, I have downloaded the DC Universe app, and I've been watching Titans. Holy crap, that show's
The
good.
live action show?
Yeah, it is amazing. It is really, really good.
Is it really? I
surprised.
didn't have any expectations for that show.
No, me either. But yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay, cool. All right, moving on to number 2.
Number 2.
I'm curious what your number 1 is.
I'm an Infinity War. Well, it's Holmes and Watson, obviously.
I bet you can guess my number 1.
I'm gonna bet it's Infinity War, which is my number 2.
Go ahead.
Is it Infinity
Show
War?
us number 1. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
We had the same 3. So here what I was gonna say this about my top 3.
Yeah.
That the order on these top 3 probably could have changed on a different day.
Oh yeah. I'm the same way.
But I feel like Avengers Infinity War was the story of movies this year.
Right.
And then Solo and Spider-Man were kind of the underdogs that people were like about, and
Right.
then ended up being great. But Infinity War was that like 10-year bet that finally paid off.
Right.
Well,
Right.
sort of.
Blaine's really mad about my number 2. Sorry, Blaine. So, all right. So, to justify why I have mine ordered the way I do, it's like if I want to watch a movie right now and I have those 3 all on TV ready to go, I'd probably watch Spider-Man because it's probably just the most current. But it was a really, really good movie.
I wouldn't, but only because I saw it 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Like if I redid this list tomorrow, I could have my top 3 in the same order that yours has it.
Yeah.
And I could have just said Solo is number 1 because Star Wars and Fight Me.
That's where I almost went.
But
Sorry, Blaine.
I feel like if I'm looking back on the year and the movie that brought on the most hype and had the most payoff,
Yeah.
I think it's Infinity War. But maybe if you're just looking at them as actual movies and me saying what technically constitutes the best movie, I think maybe Spider-Man was the best movie of this year.
It's pretty good. It was pretty good.
I was so good.
Yeah. Good movie.
Spider-Man. If you haven't seen Spider-Man, go see it. Oh, and by the way, Aquaman was really good too.
I have not seen Aquaman.
It's
yet.
Thor underwater.
Really?
It is the Thor movie as done by DC Comics. And I know that doesn't sound like a selling point, but you should go see it. It's pretty. And it has some of the best cinematography I've ever seen out of a superhero movie.
So when they're underwater, do they sound like whoop, 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 whoop?
No. Okay, so I'm going to say something else that sounds like I'm not selling this movie, but it actually is. Like 90% of this movie is done in front of green screen. And if you would have told that to me before, I would have been like, yeah. But it's really good. Yeah. It looks really great.
Yeah. I like computer generated stuff, and that's not a big non-selling point for me.
It normally is for me. I mean, it just depends on how well it's done. Yeah. All right, but we got to keep going. We have a Horseman of the Week.
We do.
Tell us.
I forgot who it was, so I just read it again. Santa Claus. Because he delivered comic cards and games to the 4 Horsemen.
Yeah.
And the UPS people.
Thanks, Sammy. I actually got cold, but whatever. All right, we're moving on to the 4 Horsemen mailbag. We had a question submitted. If you had to send your co-host to one comic universe, which one would it be? And as which character? And for you, my answer is the same in one word. Can you guess?
No idea. I have no idea.
The character and the franchise are the same name.
Marvel?
Valerian. Good luck, Sergeant Valerian. No, he was a lieutenant.
Oh my
the girl was a
gosh.
sergeant. Have fun.
I'm not even going to try to top that one.
Okay,
That
sure.
one was perfect.
Valerian, everybody.
Does that technically count as the last Valerian joke of 2018 or the first of 2019?
It's the first of 2019.
All right.
Sorry.
And not the last.
Oh,
not
definitely
even
not
close.
the last.
Hey, did you know? Did you know that we teach games?
We do.
Yeah, you guys can keep laughing. I'll keep talking. There's a game you're curious about, X-Wing, Warhammer, Magic, Pokemon, any of those, get a hold of us, call us, send us a message over social media. We'll set something up. If you just walk in the store, there's a chance we could have somebody to teach you, but it's better if you get a hold of us ahead of time.
We are also part of a program called the Envoy Program, where different game companies send envoys to the store.
Like Sarek?
Yes, just like Sarek. And we'll teach different games. We had somebody do Red Dragon Inn. We did, the space card game. I'm totally drawing a blank right now. Don't know what it was, but...
The deck building game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Starfinder.
Star
Realms.
Star Realms.
Yep. We have some more coming up on the schedule. Check out our social media events on Facebook. They're all out there.
Yeah.
Good
And
program.
real quick, if Sarek was a gamer, what would his game be? And you cannot say 3D chess.
That's the only... That's right. Exactly where I was going.
Aside from 3D chess, what would it be?
A
game we play in the store.
Oh.
Well, I guess I can't say Star Trek Attack Wing because we don't play that anymore. All right, let's keep going. Meme of the week, Mr. Hopkins. Read.
If people make you sick, then maybe you should cook them longer. That's nice.
Simple.
Clarice. That's true.
Simple.
You don't want your human undercooked.
Yes, of course. And we want to remind you one more time. Please go to the link on all of our social medias, fill out the nomination form for the Horsies, get that code for your 20% off. But now we have some social medias we want to tell you about where you can find the link. Oh, also, Alex put it on the screen. Way to be organized and professional, Alex. Oh, but I'm just going to go ahead and get a jump start here. Please like us at facebook.com/4horsemencomics. Follow us on Instagram, 4horsemencomics. Watch all of our YouTube content at youtube.com/c/4horsemencomics gaming. Follow us on Twitter at the number 4horsemencomics. Watch all of our streaming content at twitch.tv/4horsemencomics. And shop our TCG inventory at shop.4horsemencomics.com. And, of course, visit us here in the brick and mortar store at the Morgantown Mall, where there's not much left, but we're still here.
We're still here.
We're still here. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you want to be Doc or Marty? I mean, I colored it, but I didn't know if you'd have a preference.
Oh.
And if you're Marty, you gotta speak like Marty.
I could do that.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'll be Marty.
Then tell me, boy. Or excuse me. Then tell me, future boy, who's president in the United States of 1985?
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, the actor. Then who's vice president? Jerry Lewis? I suppose Jane Wyman is the first lady.
Whoa, wait, Doc.
And Jack Benny is the secretary of the Treasury.
Doc, you gotta listen to me.
I've had enough of practical jokes for one evening. Good night, future boy.
No, wait, Doc. The bruise on your head. I know how that happened. You told me the whole story. You were standing on the toilet, you were hanging a clock, and you fell and you hit your head on the sink. And that's when you came up with the idea for the flux capacitor, which is what makes time travel possible. It's pretty good. I think we're supposed to close there.
That went better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Bye.
Future boy.
Have a good 2019. You live the life you choose.